Hello everyone, welcome back if you return to the channel, and welcome to the channel if you're new. If you're new, hello, I'm Shikyo Sendo. I play video games for fun, and I write under the pen name JW Ashtier. If you're interested in any fantasy stories using global mythology with a sapphic main character, feel free to check the link in the description. It will take you to an Amazon listing in which you can buy my book. About $5, so do not feel that you need to, but I would personally appreciate if you do. I am a personal self-published author, so I kind of need to do these little videos to get the word out about my book. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in it. Take care. Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age the Veilguard. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas as well as a wonderful New Year's, which should be coming up soon. I'll check my calendar to make sure. Wednesday, yep. Hope you have a wonderful New Year's, because it should be New Year's today. Woohoo! Hopefully things get better. We'll see. Anywho, off screen, I played other games. So let's go. Alright, we have things to do. Territory to kill, and dragon to ride.
I was expecting it to be bad.
Controls. Okay.
No time to waste. We need to find Nev.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, I did change things a little bit in here, I believe, for my build. I'm no longer using Ice Blast, I believe. I now have my circle, my square, and my X. So AoE, quick attack, and slowed DPS over time. That's my current loadout with this.
Your lord demands death.
Yeah, sure. Just get sucked up in my vortex. Gods. Ruda is powerful. Yeah, you really pop off once you get your specialization unlocked in this game. Is there anything around this? No. By the by, this is back at the beginning of the game. This is actually where we met Nev. Because I think we went that way. Target!
We have to stop that, or there won't be a Minrapis left to save.
No joke. Oh. Jump! Sorry, my recorder acted up a little bit, and I had to reset my stats, so things might look a little darker. I might increase the graphics a little bit to make it a little brighter. Here, actually, hold on. Let's do this. There is a brightness setting. Accessibility, maybe? Other. No. Visuals. Let's put this up to 60 for you all. Oh, that's much better. Don't see anything over here. And that led to the Oblivion. Let's do this.
Rook, you turned up. We could use the help.
The dragon's tearing up the city, and the Venatori are taking advantage of the chaos to seize control. I've heard they've made it all the way to the Archon's palace.
Forget the Venatori for now. We need to stop the dragon. We can't fight it while it's flying. We need to ground it. If we can keep it here, we can stop it from destroying the city.
All right. Let's see if I can get its attention.
Should be no problem. By the way, you may see my character disappear every so often, like so. This is because I have it hotbound to muting whenever I need or hotbound hotkey to disappear whenever I need to cough. I'm gonna try my best to use the mouse for that part, but it's so you guys can have the view of the wonderful cutscenes without my little guy being here. Even though I do love my little guy, he's great. Hi. Let's do this.
Got company. Witness!
Piss off.
The handiwork of immortals!
Damn. God. That's such a big area of effect. And we're still not done with the build.
Chaos, decay, the past in ruin, and the last few mortal servants of the Dreadwolf.
Ghilan'nain.
We need only one thing from you. Surrender it, and you may go. Give up the Dreadwolf's dagger.
Come get it.
By force, then. Whatever remains of you will become my new creations.
Let's do this. God, I love fighting archdragons.
She's blighted. There's a
Or
strange...
dragons. Hi, dragons. There we go. That's the word. Oh, Lord.
That's unexpected. What should we do?
What we came to do.
Heal.
Got it.
Thank you. Whoa. Dodge. Kick my big ball. That is doing work. I did increase duration effects, which that's one of the abilities. That's one of the That's kind of what my abilities is. My circle. They'll last for
Got
longer.
the setup, you do the rest.
Keep it going. Sure, chill. Take the big ball. Oh Lord.
Stop.
Woo. That's where I can destroy those things by popping them. Back the fuck off. Oh Lord.
Now it's your turn.
And then just pop it. The purple R is weak spot, so yeah. Come on, I didn't hear the bell ring. What's the bell ring?
We have toyed with these mortals long enough. Your strength is needed elsewhere.
Come on, buddy.
Hear my voice and return.
It's gone, but it's wounded.
We were so close. I know we can beat that thing. If only we were faster, or figured out its weaknesses a little quicker.
And we have to keep it grounded.
Take the win. Dragon's still out there, but it could have been worse. It would have been worse if you weren't here.
There's another dragon in Treviso. Maybe there's still time.
Let's go. Hold on, Lucanis. We're on our way. We chased away the dragon in Minrathous. Did you kill the one?
We did not.
That monster flew around the city for hours before it left, utterly out of reach.
It rained ice on the city and spread blight in the canals. Treviso survives for now, as do the crows. But
How bad is it?
bad. To what extent, I cannot say. We're still tallying what we've lost. And who.
Rook, you know Grey Wardens. Can they do anything about the blighted canals?
Maybe not right away. They'll have their hands full with the gods.
Just send them word, please.
We will not be idle. There are people to save and Antam to be made examples of. The city must know who did this. Give us time, Rook. If you truly wish to help, the crows will have work.
The others, Nev, are they all right?
They are. And I'm glad you're all right too, Lucanus.
Rook, no more. Not after this. I don't have the heart for anything but helping my city. And bringing down those who struck against her.
So yeah, that's kind of what happens. Actually, if you give me a hot second, I might be able to do some quick adjustments. Hold on a second.
Spawn obeying the Venatori?
Okay.
Maybe Solus will know something.
Sorry, so I did do a little bit of adjustment in case you can't tell. Made it a little brighter, did a few things. I love OBS's way of working. I can just pause the recording whenever I need to do some quick edits. So yeah, that being said, we did get a new level. So let's take a quick peek at our skills. What do we need? Okay. What's this? Affliction damage. Projectile abilities. Launch additional projectile on the damage type. Okay. Fractal ball effective. Additional stack. Cool. Light attack. Damage versus health. Control abilities. Projectile abilities. Abilities deal 150 damage in a 6-meter radius when activated. So control abilities. That'd be this. So this would do more AoE damage as well, which synergizes pretty freaking well. I do need this. Advantage. Hitting 3 more enemies. Okay. Okay. Takedown. Eh. I don't really need that right now. That's a health, which we don't need right now. Let's focus up on leveling up our... Actually, hold on. Stuff down here, too. Chain attack damage. Yeah, let's upgrade... where is it? This so we get multiplicity. That way we can have an extra launch out. Sounds good to me. Okay. Back to the lighthouse we go. So sadly, we've lost access to the Antivan Crows as a... What's what I'm looking for here? A method in which we can access their shops. There we go. Brain fart, sorry. But we can still upgrade their power if we go to the crossroads. A new merchant's appeared there, and we can upgrade it there. Alright, let's go talk to Asan and Davrin.
What? You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen. Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the Griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I meant Hassan.
Oh. I guess we're both adjusting.
Well, a confused griffin should fit right in around here.
Appreciate it. There's no training manual for them anymore.
I guess we'll figure it out together.
Griffins don't trust easily. Lancet and Remy had to work to win them over. They said a warden and a griffin have to move as one. Think as one. They call it Turlum. Sort of unity. But now, they're both dead.
Why'd the Gloomhowler attack the Eyrie?
I intend to find out. First it stalks wardens. Now it's after the Griffins.
Don't worry. You and I have a deal. We'll find them.
Appreciate that. Though it sounds like you've got your hands full around here.
Just a tad.
Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain. Hard to believe.
Our very own elven gods are ending the world.
That'll endear us to the rest of Thedas. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
Every life in Thedas depends on it.
Fair enough. Always good to know where the boss stands.
Pretty much at the world not ending.
I can get behind that. What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Or maybe you need a new menu.
That sounds so precious. Ugh. Okay. So also, before we go on, I'm gonna mention this real quickly. I'll probably do this off screen. The fuck was that? Y'all hear that too? Huh. So it sounded like someone was scraping. That was weird. Anywho, as I was trying to say, I am going to be changing my appearance. Not my appearance, my cosmetic. While I do love Hawk's design, Dragon Age 2 was the first Dragon Age game I played to completion. I don't like using the same armor as them. It's sort of a thing of mine. I'm actually going to do it right now. It just doesn't feel right. You should always have a character armor based off of your character. Not, you know, living up to Hawk's legacy or Shepard's or the Inquisitor or Warden Commander. You know, make your own character. It's fun that way. And I do love this outfit for Runa. It's why her base armor is just it without the cloak on. Alright, so let's...
When last we spoke, you were hunting for followers of Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain in hopes of finding specifics. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antom are working for Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antom want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
And now, we've seen that power firsthand. The Antom and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Venatori brought into Minrathous. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The Blight. Of course.
The Blight seems to be the god's favored tool right now. We ran into Venatori, who could control Darkspawn.
Elgar'nan would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Ghilan'nain will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the Blighted Dragons.
That is the fate Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
That's rich, coming from the guy who wanted to drown the world in demons.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison. The one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the Veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The Veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the Veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
Not good enough.
There was no better option.
Not killing thousands of people? There's your better option.
Many would have died, I know. But afterward, flowers would grow again.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man. All too aware of his failings. But equally aware that if he did not act, accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
I don't care what they call me. If they're calling me anything, it means they're still alive. That's all that matters.
Acceptance. You are willing to face the consequences your actions may one day bring, because the world needs you. I believe I can work with that. If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the Lighthouse Illuvian?
Yes, we found the crossroads. It's still confusing, though.
I cannot help you from in here. You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elgar'nan's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
I've got a few of them. Their leaders don't trust me right now, though.
I have faith in you, Rook. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
Solus thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
He's right, about the dragon hunter at least. Rook, when I was with the Inquisition, I saw some terrible things. But what happened to Treviso? I mean, so much death. Lucanus stayed behind. He said he'll be back soon, but at least you took care of yours.
We hurt it, but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
A dragon hunter would have helped him in Rathus, that's for sure.
Then we find one. Next time a blighted dragon comes calling, it'll be the last time it comes calling.
We can't forget the second dragon in Treviso. We should see how we can help, but we're without Lucanus until he's done helping the crows. Who knows how long?
Hey, let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Just so we're clear, you're taking advice from this elven god, Solus. The Solus who tried to tear down the Veil? You really trust him?
Of course I don't trust him. He's the only option we have. If it makes you feel better, we've checked every piece of information he gave us.
That does make me feel better.
So a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry. Not relevant. I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
All right. We all know what to do. Let's get going.
Alright. So, before we go on, Lucanus is currently out of our party. He's not usable. However, he will return later on. But if you go to his thing, you'll see that his skill points have reset. This would be true for Nev if you decide to side with the Anti-Even Crows. This is because he is currently having issues over in Treviso. When he returns, he'll have what is referred to as being hardened. Essentially, this means that he is hardened by the horrors he has seen. It will give a bonus to certain abilities, while also blocking out supporting abilities. So Nev would not be able to use this ability, Lucanus can't, and your, what's it called? Companion quest is going to be locked down a certain path. So you're kind of stuck with that. But as you can see, he is hardened. The strength of the skill is increased. So it gets pretty powerful. I think it was that, and then that. I think that's the build I had going for him for now. But we'll see. So keep that in mind when choosing your character for deciding what path you decide to go down. There we go. What did we get? Resistances. Damage to health. Damage versus barrier. That's pretty good what we have. Give me that. Notes on a caretaker.
Rook, I was thinking of taking Hassan for a walk. He could use the exercise. Chance to stretch his wings. Thought you'd like to come along.
Hey, with Hassan? Totally. We'll be doing that probably next time. We're actually going to do another story event before we continue. Also, here's Hassan. Pet. Love Hassan. Also, Caretaker has been upgraded. He can now apply enchantments to items and abilities. For example, I can increase Chilled Grasp to do more damage, do more effects. As his rank increases, we'll gain more access to more of these abilities, so pretty useful. We can also do this with her abilities as well. So it comes down to personal preference. I'll work on that later. And you can also do this with your companions, but only their equipped weapons. Actually, no, all their weapons. It's better just to go with their equipped weapons, so you can build them out however you want. Keep in mind that you can only have access to one enchantment per gear. So if I were to put this onto Balara's armor, none of my other companions can have this. Rook is a little different. They have their own stuff, but it's still the same. I can only have one critical damage buff on any of my amulets. Mana regeneration or generation on one ring. So keep that in mind. I'm actually going to put that on my rings. Because that would be nice to have. And then you can just choose from here. Put that there. On this, we'll put the barrier. On this, weapon stagger. Just as examples. And there we have it. And then you have these, of course. So it all comes down to your personal preference. Unfortunately, you can't enchant your ultimate, which makes sense. Alright, Harding and then Balara.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from a group of Ravani treasure hunters called the Lords of Fortune.
Sounds promising.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Ravane coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
Well, we need the support. Guess we're headed to Ravane.
Time to find out if the crossroads can get us to an alluvion in that area. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
Despite a lot of the backlash Tosh has been getting with some people in the community, I love Tosh. They are a great character. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of Iron Bull after his falling outs. But that's neither here nor there. Kinda. Keep in mind, not exactly the same. But they're still interesting.
Okay, Bellara. What's your lead on getting us a Fate expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Rook, so we need a Fate expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a Fate expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navara?
Very.
I see. Bellara's correspondent is Professor Emric Volkarin, a Fate expert and powerful psychagogue.
You will need him.
Where can I find him?
The professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately, they grow restless.
I've said this in the last two playthroughs, but the absolute amount of thirst for Vorgoth online is amazing. They are an amazing character, and I love just seeing how many people are just like, I would. Alright, we will be going to do this, because Emric is awesome. And we will bring... Let me think. I don't want a full party of mages. Huh. You know, I've never seen Harding here. Let's bring her. This set may go on for a little bit, by the by. Just as a heads up.
This is it. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emric Volkarin of the Mournwatch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Bellara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fate expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
I thought you were undead for a second.
Most Morn Watchers are just as alive as you or I.
Most?
I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here.
I love Emmerich.
I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming?
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
It seems like Valar is just gonna sit there for a minute. Anything special down here? I'll take that. Mysterious coin. Well, let's keep going. Yeah, this set may take a while just because this is
I think something's
Donkey
ahead.
Quest.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it.
This is gonna take a bit because this is an ice creature and I'm using ice.
You out.
Where'd everyone go?
Come on, where you at? Jesus, take a minute. There we go. I froze despair. Awesome.
It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
Let's do it. Alright, so what we got in here?
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
Let's find out.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these. They're mindless.
You can't control them?
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things.
Oh, I love that ability so much. It's so brutal. It's like I'm summoning a freaking black hole. Just, and fuck all of you.
Fine hit, Rook.
Thank you.
I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it. We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Sounds good to me. Take a look at that. Necrotic damage. That stagger's really good, but I'm good with my current staff. Howdy.
Hello.
Wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful.
Hello,
Bring the
like,
wisp
hi,
here,
how you doing?
and we can unseal the doors.
Doors open.
Oh, Lord.
Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. That's not coming out.
So,
I hate
Professor,
Just Emmerich, please.
you weren't that surprised we need a Fade expert.
The spirits talk. Even the simplest have been clamoring about chaos in the Fade. Someone coming to consult wasn't an if, so much as a when.
Fair, fair. My voice cracked.
Time to fight.
Fair point. Yeah, just stay away from me. I love this build.
Fantastic move.
It's working just as planned.
Great hit, Rook.
Thank you.
They attack from afar.
Hi, what's up? And eat. Oh, hi. Got stuck on the terrain. Lovely.
Taking fire.
Yeah, I've noticed.
You got it.
Not the ability I meant to use, but it works.
They're at range.
Go! Come on. Bam! Fuck all of you.
Excellent form, Rook.
Thank you. Jeez. So many undead.
Excellent hit, Rook.
Who else thought there'd be so much undead in the necropolis? Come on. Make it make sense. Look at that. Do-do-do-do-do. As a by the by, sorry, I had to cough. There is a side quest you can do here after you get this done. You can come here to see a little wisp who is being a little mischievous little scamp, who has hidden bones throughout the area. You'll be on a time limit to get them, but you'll be able to find them pretty easily because these candles will be lit. They'll be purple. Getting them all will give you a wisp, which you can use to open up a door over there to get access to a chest. Easy little side quest.
Oh, that's cold. That's really cold.
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself.
Similar with this one, this area will open up as well, and you'll need to come through here, lighting candles to open that door. That.
This is locked too, and I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid.
Be so kind.
They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Two over there and one down there. Let's start at the end and work our way over. That.
Those wisps really came just because you asked.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
I love the idea that they're expanding more in the spiritual stuff too. Not just Darkspawn and Elven Gods. You actually learn quite a bit about
Here's our second
the
wisp.
spirits as well.
Do they mind following us around?
Wisps often seek out mortal company. They're drawn to us as flowers turn towards a sun.
Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah. Like I said, I really enjoyed that because it was one of the things that they don't get really touched on very often. Well, yes, they do touch on it. Not as often as you'd think.
Strange. This door shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't it?
The necropolis rearranges itself every so often.
Like the only time we actually really hear about demon or spirits is when they're referred to as demons. And then little bits of lore, like with Vervain and the Spirit Seers, stuff like that.
Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell.
Sounds good.
Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought. We must stop who's ever drawing these spirits here, Rook.
You think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh yes. Mortals are their prime attraction.
Fair.
See that? Bad guys.
That's what I wanted to use, but that works.
That's room for ya. Ranged attackers.
Lock on. I don't want to explode the freaking frost trap, so. Yeet. Get drawn to my vortex, bitch.
They're hitting us from afar.
You. There's another puzzle here as well, just lighting up braziers.
No one hit him. Coming at range.
Phase through that spell. I'd like to think that canonically while you are invulnerable to spells when you're doing this type of case, because you're just drawing in the spell to use with magic. Yeah, you have come up a reason why with warriors or rogues. That's my own headcanon. Just
one for us.
Thank you.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place.
Fair. Let's go up this. Not that. Up this.
Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
Spent some time in Arlathan.
The old elven forest? You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground.
Sure. Oh Lord. Almost yeeted myself off.
Come on.
By the by, I mentioned earlier about a new shop in the Fade, which is how we're going to get access to a bunch of our Antifa Crow stuff. It all requires the use of what's what I'm looking for here? Etheric shards, or what they're called. I would recommend saving those for a while. For a little bit while longer, because there is a shop that we'll get access to later on that has a bunch of really nice stuff in them that all require etheric shards to purchase. And I think that's where all of the...
This is where we'll learn who summoned these
what's it
despair
called?
spirits.
All
But
the
how?
missable...
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook?
Sorry. It's where all of the missing stuff from the crows are going to appear, I believe.
Our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
And then?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fade.
Even banishing demons is extra fancy down here.
Yeah.
It's one of the specialities of the necromantic arts. One of our better known ones, perhaps.
I think most people know about the undead stuff.
True.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin.
Sounds good.
By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair? Who brought it here?
Venatori.
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
Of course.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Wow.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
With corpse whispering, you can actually talk to
This map is useless.
corpses hidden throughout
We
the
wasted 3 slaves in
necropolis.
those
Learn
tracks.
more about them.
If that hand of glory burns down, so don't dawdle.
Hi.
Found those Venatori.
They have no place in these halls.
All right. Let's get rid of them. Love this spell. The AoE of this is just obscene. Like, I've had some AoE spells with my other characters, but holy crap, it's on a completely different level. Ow. Take that, bitch.
We failed the gods!
Yeah, you have. Stay over there.
They attack from a distance!
Didn't notice that.
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Yes.
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
Let's grab this. Ah, the smiling visage. Whoop. Hi. Alright, fuck all of you. Let's just nuke this area. What do you guys say? Get rid of you.
Can't see a thing!
I command it!
That's fine.
Well, down one more despair demon. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori.
That.
This looks interesting.
A spirit labyrinth? I didn't know they'd learn to make miniature ones into Vinter.
Hello? Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times.
that I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Those Venatori
Well, the coldest
dragged
line's
that
coming
man
up.
down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work.
That's so cold. That's the downside of fighting. It's the reason why liches and necromancers, anything that can raise the dead, freaks me out in any context. Because they're not done with you after they
The
kill you.
Sunken Star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right.
That's what's horrifying about that concept to me. Like, yeah, you'll be put to work. You don't even get the luxury of rest.
There's one chain.
Excellent.
All right.
Yes! Kill them all
Piss
but
off.
save the limbs!
That concept, kill them all but save the limbs. That's also horrifying. Believe and go to your deathbed. Ow.
Got it.
Is they still regenerating?
Take them out.
Piss off.
Got it.
And just feel cold. You feel a chill in the air. Oh, that's just Runa.
Good to go again.
There. That's the last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell.
I was trying to not have to charge this thing up again. Alright, let's go.
Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
Okay. I love how he does his power. It's like he's conducting.
There's the
Alright,
Venatori.
bring it. Now to survive 3 minutes. We'll just run around for 3 minutes, but where's the fun in that? Get some EXP.
Gods amplify me!
How are we doing, Emmerich?
The bell is slowly wakening, but we must fight a little longer.
Oh, there's Mark. Hi, what's up? Back off. Oh, it's Fair Demons. Lovely.
That one's that one.
Everyone just chill out.
That's a rage demon.
Rage Demon! Waiting for you.
Must move. They're aiming for us.
Where's it at? There it is.
Got him in position.
We're halfway there.
Just that. Take it, bitch. I got stuck on terrain again. Just piss off. Ow. You. Ow. 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 Let me move. Alright, half a minute. Just piss off. All of you. I need some breathing room. Back up. Ow. Heal up. And done.
Emmerich, now what?
Now, the Grand Necropolis shows itself!
Wow, those despair demons vanished.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you. But come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
Of course, of course. Let's see if we got any drops, which we should have. Is that it? No, there it is.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from.
Alright, so the severed hand is an actual arcane artifact. Like, real world mythology about this. It is the severed hand of a hanged man. Usually it's used to hold a candle or something like that. But it is a very potent, dark, arcane object, according to mythology. It's one of those things like, yeah, you can get it, and you get powerful, but are you stupid enough to deal with the consequences? Type of a thing.
Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
Sounds good to me.
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least. The implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Side note, Manfred is voiced by Matthew Mercer. And Manfred is precious, and I will destroy everything in this world if a scratch comes to his skull.
Well, hi. And thanks.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the Blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods. ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
I love Manfred.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navarra, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
Ominous. Okay, so we got that. Let's go talk to people, do our little side stuff, and then we're gonna call it.
A third edition of the Unnameable Elements? I didn't even know it had editions.
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
I'd love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
You look moved in.
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the boxes. What a fascinating place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
I think I like it better with a necromancer in the place.
Do you?
Especially one with experience.
I must be sure to live up to expectations.
Did you get the tour yet?
Oh, I've been exploring, but I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred, and I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
We'll be fighting weirder stuff than necromancy.
Ah, that's the hope. Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory. Thank you for stopping by.
So yeah, Runa is very fascinated with the arcane, especially the more darker aspects. So naturally, this caught her. Emmerich's caught her eye.
By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Vorgoth asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas. They also mentioned displaced wisps in the necropolis. I'm not sure what's frightened them, but it bears investigation.
Hauntings and scared wisps? Let's look into it.
Thank you. We'll depart for the necropolis whenever you're ready.
Sounds good to me. This is a side quest I will be doing off screen just because it takes a bit of time. Alright, I'll explore that later. Nev and Harding. As a fun side note, sometimes you'll find Manfred out and about. Usually, they are out here, up the staircase to our right, or left, either or. And if you find him, you can play rock, paper, scissors with him. It's usually like right here. Naturally, you should play rock, paper, scissors with Manfred. Manfred's just the best.
You're up late.
You're awake to notice.
Can't sleep? I know. I'm awake to ask.
I sleep when I can get it. And this place, it's too quiet for that.
Working with the Veil Jumpers, if things are loud, that's a problem. If they're bizarrely silent, also a problem.
So you like the right amount of quiet?
If I can find it. Okay, what works then? How do you sleep?
I don't know. Chase the right bastard through the wrong ritual? It'll knock you right out. Of course, you might wake up with a new accessory.
Did you get the bastard?
Yeah, I got him. It's not the quiet. I never could sleep once work gets in my head. But what's got you up at night?
Same. Can't sit still, can't stop thinking about everything.
There's always something to chase. Restlessness catches. Get one person in a room nervous, the whole place twitches. One person can't sleep. It's only getting later. Get out while you can.
You ever follow your own advice?
Never the good stuff.
I know that feeling. Sometimes I just can't sleep either. It's really a pain in the ass. You're just up and about and just like, I want to sleep. Why can't I sleep? It really sucks. It really sucks. But insomnia does that to you. It's the reason why my sleep schedule is always so fucked up.
Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter... who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Well, no. I guess now that the Inquisition answers to the Chantry, that makes her Divine Victoria's spy master.
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thedas from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
Does your spy master expect something from us? I don't work for the Inquisition.
I know that, and Charter knows that. But there are still people in the organization invested in knowing how things are going. With Solus, especially.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
So tell me about these ordinary Inquisition members I haven't heard about.
The Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks and quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs. Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
I've heard stories. Some of the older Veil Jumpers remember dealing with rifts.
Nothing like demon-spitting sky holes to bring people together, huh? I made friends. Rector, Faulkner, others.
Rector, Faulkner...
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right, like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
As smart as he's supposed to be, there's just some things he doesn't get. At all.
Yeah. Maybe one day he will. Maybe. If you help him. Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
Aw. Charter, by the way, when I first played through as Thea, I thought Charter was just a code name for Liliana. Charter actually does appear in Inquisition. They are one of Liliana's many spies. You see them in Trespasser and a few other locations. So it's pretty cool that they referred to her. She also appears in a few books and stuff too. I'm just showing off the store I mentioned at the very beginning. Here's the shop. Oop. So while you can't gain access to upgrading this place, you can level it up to get the allied strength boost. And you will find some other things for sale here as well. But not a whole hell of a lot. Like I said as well, keep your shards. We can use them a little bit later. Alright, check the lighthouse again. Alright, looks like it's just Emmerich this time. Whoop.
I'm sorry, but I find it completely unnatural.
I don't get why you think cremation's so bad. Everyone outside Navarra burns their dead.
All those lost vessels, fine mansions reduced to ash. Manfred, for instance. How would his wisp have fared if I hadn't given it a body?
Where or who do you get his body from?
There was no single donor. The arms were recovered from a charnel pit. The ribs were a gift from a dear friend. And Manfred's wisp picked out his own skull from some donations. That was quite the day. He's been fine company during my necropolis excursions ever since.
What does Manfred understand exactly?
Simple things, but he grows. Spirits of curiosity are voracious learners. The more he experiences, the more sophisticated his conclusions. With guidance, of course.
If I say, good to meet you, will he get that?
Manfred's alert to the sentiment, certainly. I encountered him as a wisp in the necropolis years ago. A simple spirit, but so curious. He refused to leave my side.
So, you built a skeleton for the spirit to live in?
Spirits are formed from the emotions and desires of people in the mortal realm. Manfred's wisp came from curiosity. It's these spirits which animate the dead. Their drive revives the corpse, yet the corpse colors their actions. Thus, the eternal question, are undead inhuman spirits puppeting a body, or does some shade of the departed return?
I can't answer that. Can you?
I've come to believe there is a return. I swear I could see it sometimes, Rook. A glint of recognition of something more in the dead.
Hey, that's my sleeve. Are you trying to steal my buttons?
As well as a certain mischievousness. Manfred.
Manfred is so precious. Ugh, love him. Alright, I think that's the last we need to do. I will head to the necropolis real quickly to point something out. I don't need you. Load. Alright, there is a quest.
Let's ask Myrna and Volgoth about these hauntings.
I'd also appreciate it if we could see to those displaced wisps.
I'll do it off screen.
Despite what you may have heard, spirits who dwell here do so willingly. Most of our working dead are animated by unthinking wisps, which are little more than impulses from the Fade. But later, I could introduce you to some truly intelligent undead.
What? Like having a chat over a pint?
Some are quite conversational.
Not this one. Not this one. There's a unique door. Excuse me. Not that. I think it's this door here. Yes, this door. It will lead down to a hallway that leads to a quest. You will not be able to complete this quest for a while. But it does have a lot of interesting lore implications, and is a pretty fun one to do as well. I'll get to that in the future, but till then, yeah. I might do the quest bits off screen, but for the most part, I'm going to do as much as I can on screen. It's mostly just exploring, killing certain creatures.
No, I know. It doesn't make any sense, but it works.
Wouldn't the connection to the lyrium cause...
The veil to rupture? Not if you're careful. Really, really careful.
Rook, good to see you. Belara was telling me about one of the artifacts she calmed. Her manipulation of the Hylic spheres put some circle mages I know to shame.
Oh, that's so nice. Really?
Belara, repairing the Illuvian network alone is worth a thesis.
Have you run into anything like it before?
Not at all. The principles are familiar, but the application, the finesse. Though admittedly, my interests lie more with the spirits. Look to Belara for elven magic expertise.
You were here, what, 5 minutes? And you had that thing fixed?
And it's quite a complex mechanism.
Well, thank you.
That said, I've noticed you working at all hours on that artifact.
Really? I don't think it's all hours.
And you're either the first to wake, or you simply aren't sleeping some nights.
Thank you, Professor, but I'm fine. Mostly.
We need you rested and ready to go, at all times.
Maybe I've had a late night, or 2, or more. And maybe I fell asleep in my breakfast. A couple of times. But we're in Solus's old home. There's so much to learn.
And we've time to learn it. But in order to do that, you must take care of yourself.
Emmerich's right. Relax. Sleep. You'll work better.
I try, then I start to think I should be doing something. Anything. Then it's 3 hours later, and I'm even less relaxed than I was.
Perhaps I can help you.
With what? Relaxing?
Yes. I can teach you some breathing exercises. The ones we show initiates.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you.
Of course. We must look out for one another.
And thank you too, Rook.
Anytime.
Okay, I am going to relax. Right away. But, first, I had another question.
I thought you might.
Such a mood. I'm gonna relax. But first, I have this thing I need to do. I think that's the last one. But let's double check. I don't want to miss out on any story relevant stuff. Oof. Sorry. I've had a kink in my neck for like months now, and it just popped. Oh, that felt good. Well, part of it did anyway. It's still a little stiff. Anywho, that is it. I hope you all enjoyed the set. I'll see you guys next time. We'll continue from here. But till then, as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.